Hey guys, Junluxy here, back with a new playthrough. This is Secret of Mana for the Super Nintendo. Now, I have played this before. This is not a blind playthrough as I traditionally do. However, this is a re-playthrough in preparation for playing Trials of Mana, essentially. It's been years since I've played this. Probably 10 to 15 years. Darkness sweeps the troubled land as Mana's power fades. People await a hero who will wield the sword. Excalibur, Herald, Gigas. The blade has had many names, for it has been celebrated in myths and legends throughout time. But all of these speak to just one weapon. The Sword of Mana. So it's been a while since I've played this game. And so what I want to do before playing Trials of Mana Blind is play through this one. Now this is one of the games that I played during my childhood, and it's not too long. It's 15 to 20 hours. But I remember it being good. So it'll be interesting to replay through it again. And, you know, back when Squaresoft was good. Before it became Square Enix, Anyway, before we start, let me show you a couple things real fast. If you're not interested in this, you can always skip forward. Can I pause? Maybe we could pause. I don't know. All right, hang on. Let's see. Bam. All right, here we go. So this is, I do like to show you guys what came with the actual game, because, you know, as a kid, you get the game, and when you're riding home from your, you know, from the game store with your parents, because, you know, you're a kid, you can't drive, you're reading this stuff in the car on the way back. So this is the map. It came with an instruction booklet and a map. So this is the actual map. It kind of tells you kind of the stuff. Although it's interesting, it doesn't spoil everything. There's a couple areas on here that aren't marked. At least that I remember. I'm pretty sure these little islands you can't go to, but maybe you can. It's been a while. I don't remember everything. All right, and then the poster that came with it as well. Probably was it the back of the map? Maybe, I don't remember. I do recommend, you know, replacementdocs.com if that's something you're interested in. And then also we have the manual, right? So I'm just going to read this little portion. Power of life. My friends, I come to you today to tell you what you must know to fulfill your quest and save our world. I have little time. Long ago, when the Ancient Ones grew powerful and used the energy of mana to threaten the gods, they were struck down in violence and terror. A great hero wielded the mighty Sword of Mana to destroy the civilization of the Ancient Ones. After that, peace returned to our troubled world, and the mana energy that gives life to us all was again in balance. The Sword of Mana was buried in a rock and placed in a stream to guard a nearby village. There, it patiently rested until the day was pulled free by you, young man. You are the one being who can release the sword's power and restore the mana to our once more endangered world. You have been born to seek out our enemies, who threaten the 8 seeds of mana. If they succeed in breaking the seals that guard those seeds, they will bend the power of mana to evil and ravage our world. It is mana that fills us and surrounds us, nourishing all life, balancing the good and the evil forces of nature. If it should be twisted and overwhelmed by dark forces, most of our world would be annihilated. Whatever survived would be hideously warped beyond recognition. A vision has shown me that you are the ancient hero of our land. Return to us again in our great time of need. On the pages that follow, I wrote down all that I know. You must take this book with you as you travel and refer to it when you forget what I say. Seek out the 8 palaces of our world. Long ago, 1 mana seed was set in each palace, and its power used to seal the palace off from all danger. But now the forces of evil besiege the palaces and are breaking down the seals to steal the seeds. You must find the 8 seeds and seal their power so you can use it. When you touch a mana seed, its orb transfers to you and you become stronger. Only then will you be able to wipe away the smear of evil that darkens our world. Do not despair and never give up hope. Combine sword skill and magic arts. Return the energy orbs to the tree of mana and restore balance to our world. You must succeed or we are all surely lost. I love, first off, this stuff is not... It's a way to get the kid involved, right? Because this was a game for children back in the day, but it's engaging. It's like, you're the chosen one, and I'm totally cool with that. It's not quite lore accurate to the world, right? Before this was what was called Final Fantasy Adventure, which was actually Seiken Densetsu 1. This is technically Seiken Densetsu 2. It's the sequel, right? And we'll see a little bit more about that. But I love how they have these little... I don't know if they're claymation or fabric or a little bit of, well, clay. I guess they're not claymation because they're not animated, but a little bit of clay, a little bit of fabric for the flammy. And reminds me a lot of Earthbound, the little Earthbound figures that they had at the time. You had, you know, a few different people, and there's some different stuff that's a little bit more of it. Kind of tell you all about this. And then once you get far enough, they actually reveal a lot for what it's worth. But you know, you're a kid, or if you haven't played the game, you don't know. You're just like, oh, okay, this is cool. They reveal a fair amount and tell you a little bit about the world. And then, although they don't reveal everything, you're missing maybe something right here and here. At least from what I remember. Also, I'm not sure they're entirely accurate. I want to say some of these, you don't get 7 orbs for each one, for each weapon. Like, they're not maxed out to level 8. Not all of them. I think some are missing, like the axe. But I could be wrong. And then once you get far enough in this, a lot of the Super Nintendo RPGs actually had, I mean, this is basically a mini guide / walkthrough. Not for the whole game, just the first part up to, I think, the Water Palace, right? No. Well, up to a good portion, actually. So I haven't really looked at that. I just kind of skimmed through some of the earlier stuff. And of course, the little story bit. But yeah, it's a little twitchy, There we go. All right. Bam. All right, so welcome to Secret of Mana. Choose new game to start from the beginning. Choose game file to start from where you last saved. Press B button to start. All right, we're gonna go with the dude's original name, Randy. Not, I mean, you know, whatever. I think it's Randy with a Y. That's what we're gonna go with. Randy with an I. I mean, I said Y, but you know. Select a letter using the control pad, press the attack or B button to enter. Names can be up to 6 letters long, press the start button to continue. But let's be fair. I think the names were in a guide released in Japan. Ultimania or something like that. Don't know. That's what we're gonna go with. Everyone puts their own name. You know, generally speaking, most gamers that played this when it first came out were male. That's how it goes. Let's hit start. Using the power of mana, a civilization had grown strong. In time, mana was used to create the ultimate weapon, the Mana Fortress. This angered the gods. They sent their beasts to destroy the fortress. A violent war rocked the world, and mana seemed to disappear. Before all was lost, a hero with the mana sword smashed the fortress. Though the civilization had been destroyed, the world was peaceful again. But time flows like a river, and history repeats. I remember that line being like super, like it got me right here. I'm like, ooh, I got the chills. And they zoom in on the waterfall, right? Randy, hey guys, wait up. Ah! Shh, be quiet. This is Elliot. The Elder will find us here, and he'll be mad. Elliot's the dude with, like, the overbite. Timothy, yeah, we're not supposed to be here. There's a ghost around, and Timothy is the dude with the dunce cap on for some reason. Ha, do you really believe that? People say that to scare us. But I heard Grandma say something about a shiny object near the falls. That must be some kind of treasure. We have to find it. Help! I'm falling! Ah! They look at each other and then just run off. They're like, oh, crap, we gotta get out of here. We weren't associated with him. Ouch. Phew. No way to get back up. Now what am I gonna do? And this starts the, well, I don't know if it starts the JRPG tradition of heroes with the big hair, but we definitely, if we didn't start it, we're continuing it here. Now, like I said, this is not a blind playthrough. I've played through it a few times. I don't remember exactly how many, at least 2. But it has been at least 10 to 15 years since I've played it last, maybe more. So obviously I'm not going to remember everything, but I probably will remember a fair amount. That said, the goal of this is, 1, to prep for Trials of Mana, but also to go through it again and kind of re-experience what I've missed or what I've forgotten. Now this is, if you haven't played it before, I'd actually recommend it. There is a remaster on PC and probably other consoles as well. I don't know if I'd recommend it. I haven't played it, but I mean, you know, it has its own issues. Also, here's Manny. Yep, I'm poking him in the belly. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Something to remember is that as we go through the game, this was originally developed for the Nintendo CD add-on, which eventually fell through. I think they were going with Sony at first, and then Sony kind of backed out and ended up creating the PlayStation. And then they ended up going with Nintendo, ended up going with Philips instead. But Secret of Mana was originally developed for that, and about 40% of it was cut. Now that 40% that was cut ended up going off to be, part of it was used to create Chrono Trigger, and the other bit of it was created, man, I don't even remember. Was it Final Fantasy VI? It might have been. I mean, this was also kind of designed as a sequel / spin-off to Final Fantasy 3. This was originally going to be Final Fantasy 4, but like a live action thing, and they're like, no, we'll make it our own thing, and then we'll switch it to Seiken Densetsu 2. It's really kind of interesting that, I mean, you know, essentially luck that so many games turned out decent at the time. Also, something to be aware of is the translation of this is not the best. Woolsey, he really tried his best from what I understand, but they gave him basically a month, and they gave him like a random text dump with everything shuffled around, so he didn't, as I understand it, he didn't really have a lot of context, and all he had was individual text boxes, and he was rushed to translate. So I think a lot of the script was actually cut from this version as well, which is something that benefits the PC and, you know, the modern remaster. It's a fully, it's the full script, I think, and retranslated. And I think honestly more stuff was added as well, like some of the scenes in the inn. But I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. I just know there's a lot of issues surrounding the remaster, so I'm not super interested in spending like $40 for a game that they couldn't even make sure saved at first, right? But that said, we're going to go through it. I remember the story being mostly cohesive, but maybe it's not. We'll you know, reevaluate that now that I'm an adult, and presumably a lot of you are as well. But yeah, so that's kind of all my disclaimers and stuff out of the way. Let's begin, I suppose. Which 20 minutes into this, I guess, or you know, 15. Ouch, phew, no way to get back up. Now what am I gonna do? All right, well, so now we run around. Nothing over to the right. Nothing over to the left. Honestly, it looks great. I think I just spit a little bit there. It's okay. Don't ignore that. I think it looks fine. You can keep going, and I think that's what I did when I was a child. I was like, where do I go? How do I get out of here? Right? It is a little bit difficult to get past here because it's actually moving, right? But then you just go this way. Is that the way I'm supposed to go? I think so. The grass actually has like a height. Kind of cool. It goes up to about here. Covers your lower half at least. Randy. Huh? I love the paths. Or stairs. Whoa. Whoa. Allergies, man. Yeah, it's kind of neat. A little sword over there. The village is this way. I have to find something to cut through. Through there. I don't remember if you can go up here. I don't think so. Nope, nothing. Now, you know, I mean, the current pushes you. No, click. Randy, remove the sword. Who are you? And what's the sword doing here? Huh? Ow, that light, so bright I can't see. Ah, a ghost. Randy, it is I who asked. The sword. Huh? Say what? You mean this sword? The brilliant light is gone in an instant. I have to get back. So, I think I remember who that ghost is. I'm not going to spoil it, though, if you haven't. If you haven't played this game, like I said, I would recommend it. This one, not the remaster. Whoa, what's a rabbit doing in a place like this? And there we have our, kind of our mascot for the series, honestly. Rabbites showed up in Final Fantasy Adventure, which was Seiken Densetsu 1. Along with chocobos and other stuff, but you know. All right. So we have a few things. We have our little life bar down at the bottom. We have our character portrait with the word the number 1 above it. I believe that's first player. Now, on the Super Nintendo, you could actually play this game 3 players. 3-player local co-op. Awesome. Super awesome. We have our hit points, and then below that, that little bar or percentage. We're at full strength with our attack. If you were to attack anywhere in between before 100, you do basically minimum damage. Once we get a little bit stronger, we can hold the attack button down, and then it'll start charging once it gets to 100. Each of the weapons and magic spells in this game essentially have their own experience, which is kind of neat. You can also cut the grass, which is awesome. Is this the right way? Yes. Well, see, there you go. I didn't wait until the bar was full and it did like 1 damage. Now, of course, our character has their own experience as well. You can cut the weeds, but not the flowers for whatever reason. Well, there's 2. Now, this game is kind of interesting because, as I understand it, it's actually kind of using like dice rolls. Or, well, maybe not quite. It is doing all of the stuff that, you know, pen and paper games would do, like you dodge and... Oh, well, that was silly. But it does it in real time. So you'll see your character like flip and block with the sword, and you're like, a lot of the time you're like, why can't I hit it? What's going on? It's because the enemy dodged. Like right there, that was a block or a dodge or something. It doesn't necessarily need to tell you. It's just like, hey, that's what it's doing. Your character's dodging. Your character is, you know, doing whatever. The only time I think it will tell you is when you get like a critical hit, and then it says, you know, so-and-so got whacked. Randy's weapon skill up. Sword reaches level 1. So now we can start to charge our weapon. And... oh, well, that didn't work. Oh, you dick. Well, I want to... each weapon has... and you can do a lot of damage. Like, we one-shot that enemy right there. Forest off limits. Yep, we're not supposed to be there because of the sword. Right. Now this... yeah. See, there you go. We did like a dodge or evade or something. I did bring up the ring menu. Wow, I'm terrible. Maybe it's because I'm semi-intoxicated, but, you know, whatever. We should be gaining a level here in a second. Oh, well. Okay, we're in trouble, possibly. Wow, if I die, I'm gonna be very upset. Well, we got a level at least. I don't know, honestly, what determines whether you poke or, you know? Candy. Yeah, that's a healing item. And I love how he just, like, you grab the chest, you pick it up, you shake it, you just slam it down to open it. It's great. But... You know, honestly, I wonder how much our stats are random, at least to start with, because when I did my little test recording, just playing through up to the village, basically, I was doing 18 for the first, with every attack for the first, you know, until I gained the level, and then it was 19. Right, pretty sure that's the village right here. So, ring menu, kind of what it's classically known for. You have different weapons, up to 8, I believe. And then, well, not us, but different magic. And then, of course, stats and items, or options and items. You can equip armor. What I do want to do is... man, I don't know. We'll probably just stick with this window. Hang on. Which one's... we'll try black. We'll try black. Alright, but first, also... status. So I need 26 more to get to level 3. It's what I actually want to do. And there's all your stuff. Strength, agility, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, attack. Hit percentage, defense, evade percentage, magic defense. To be honest, I don't know what most of those do. I don't remember. It's fine though. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go to the village. Just for a second. Did you see that, Randy? A minute ago, something lit up the sky near the falls. I have a real bad feeling about this. Randy, the Elder was looking for you. What did you do this time? I don't know if I actually like the black. I know that sounds weird, but... oh, that's not the right one. I couldn't tell you. That's fine. I guess. I don't know. It's not great. I mean, there's other options, but none of them are particularly good. So the Rabbites give 1 experience. What's going on, Manny? But now you don't actually need to get to level 3. I don't know how I hit that dude, but I'm alright with that. It's fine. Because if I remember right, when fighting the first boss, you're more or less invincible. Oh, come on. Don't run away. But part of it is also that I want to get enough money. Candy. And I think you can only carry 4 items. Does that... Candy 4. I remember there's like a mod or something that will increase the amount of items that you can get or hold at one time up to 9, I think. I also, yeah. I ended up purchasing Dawn of Mana. I know it's not good. I know. I haven't played it. See, there you go. Rabbi gets whacked. I don't know if that's the finishing strike or just any critical hit. I think it's just when you kill it. When you kill it with a critical strike, but who knows? Yeah, I purchased Dawn of Mana because technically it's Seiken Densetsu 4. Candy won't fit. There you go, and it just wastes the item. It's Seiken Densetsu 4, but it's technically, I think it's a prequel to the whole series. So, whereas Final Fantasy Adventure was a prequel to Secret of Mana, you have Dawn of Mana. Well, I guess that makes sense because it's called Dawn. The Dawn of Mana being the prequel to that. So, you know, I purchased it just because I kind of want to know. Like, I bought the... How close am I? 7. Okay, that's pretty good. Excuse me. It's, because I feel like, you know, we'll play number 3. And then, that's probably Candy, so let's just use Candy. And then you get to choose... Wow, that's actually pretty damn good. You get to choose who you use it on, apparently. Or it's straight up gold. 4 GP. Well, thanks for nothing. I mean, you know. So yeah, Dawn of Mana. I guess we'll see. It'll probably be alright. I mean, it's, you know, it's apparently similar to Kingdom Hearts, or like a proto Kingdom Hearts. Whatever. You know? It's like, I guess there's physics and stuff. And see, now our general damage has increased by 1, so we're able to essentially one-shot enemies. Our hit points have also increased by 10, which is good. Whereas before, they increased by 9, so... Yeah, well, that's fine. Alright. Killing everything. Alright. Great music. So, once you talk to the Elder, that's what advances the plot. We're gonna try not to do that just yet. I might do it by accident. That's not the plan, but I might. Inns allow you to save your game. Want to stay? No. 195 GP. Save your game? Yes. Let's switch it to black. Saving over an old file will erase the old data. Push attack button to save. Push icon button to exit. Ah. So it's weird. It's like B and X are the only buttons that actually work. Or B and Y, sorry. Yep. Still, everything's super peaceful, right? And then, item shop. Let's talk to this girl. Have we talked to her yet? Randy, the Elder was looking for you. What did you do this time? Like I'm a troublemaker or something. Randy, on an errand for the Elder? Best hurry along. What'll it be? Let's see. You could buy candy, medical herb, which I don't actually remember what it does, but I assume it cures poison and stuff. Although I don't remember getting poisoned. Probably status effects, right? Cup of Wishes, I think that's like your Phoenix down. Although if you die, you can't use it on yourself, I don't think. Bandana. Yeah. We'll buy one of them. And overalls. We're definitely gonna need... Anything else? No. Oh, yeah, hit the start button, but obviously that doesn't work. Little awkward. The ring system is still pretty good, but it's still a little bit awkward. Okay, bandana. Click it twice. I assume if you click it once, you can drag it to the trash. I didn't realize I already had overalls. There you go. Now we have the bandana and another pair of overalls for whoever. I know we're gonna get another couple party members. I don't know if they actually do. I don't know if they'll be able to wear them, or if maybe it'll be outdated at that point. Guess we'll see. Hey Randy, stop playing with that sword before you hurt someone. No way, lady. No way. Looks great. I love the look of this game, honestly. Alright, what is this? We have a kid with a little cat hat. There's a strange guy in here who looks kind of scary. And it's a bar. I mean, you have to have a bar in town. That guy seems to be a knight from somewhere. What's he doing here? And I don't know if she's a dancer, but she has really, like, a lot of volume in her hair. Right? And Mr. Moti. Oh, it's you, Randy. Elliot was pale and about to faint. What happened? Can I talk to him again? I think this is before NPCs started having multiple lines of dialogue. I'm pretty sure they only have one, generally speaking. Man. You know, he didn't turn back around. He's just staring straight at me. He's like, what are you doing? Alright, talk to me, dude. Help! Monsters have surrounded the village. Something's wrong. We'd better stay inside. Indeed. Alright. Trying to... Okay, there's the Elder. Wow, this town really is small. It's like a bar, one house, in an item shop, like, well, in the Elder's house. So five buildings, apple tree. Well, all right then. Randy, you're not hurt. They just told me what happened. Elliot, I thought you were a goner. Timothy, I told you it was stupid to bring someone like him along. Well, there's only like 3 kids. Well, 4 if you count the kid with the cat ears. You idiots, weren't you told not to go there? Huh? Randy, what's that you have? Oh no, it couldn't be. Cool, did you find the treasure? Way to go. You notice how they're like, you're an idiot, we shouldn't have brought you along. Oh, you found the treasure, you're awesome now. What have you done? How could you? You filthy hermit. Filthy. What's another word for child? I don't know. How could you have pulled out the monosword? It's impossible. The monosword? Legend has it that our village is finished if the sword is removed. And here it is. It is said that the monosword has been protecting our village from disaster. Elliot, so that's it. That's why all the monsters are attacking us now. How could an outsider like you yank on the sword and bring doom to us all? Makes a lot of sense with the monoseeds talking about like the shield that they're putting out. Randy, hey, stop it, Elliot. You did it. Elliot, it's your fault. Elliot, you. Please stop. Wah, earthquake. A lot of falling in this. Elliot, help. A monster. You have a sword, don't you? Use it. Hey, can you hear me? This is the man. Watch how the monster moves before attacking. I don't actually know if that's gonna do a lot because of that. Gem missile. Ooh, I dodged that mantis ant gets whacked. I'm dodging like I'm a dodging fool. Ouch. Randy is unconscious, that's no good. Uh-oh. Well. I don't know if that hits it still. Yep, looks like it does. Ooh, that hurts. Is he... Oh. Well, I'm probably dead. I didn't hit it, though. Not that last time. Even though it's a super simple effect, I like it. It's like the monster exploded into dust. Way to go! And we get health. Got sword orb. You did it. Wait there. I'll pull you up. There's also a lot of bones and stuff down here. I never... It's like... I mean, what brought the mantis ant there? Has it just been there the whole time and the monsters or the sword's been keeping it away? I'm not sure that's quite it, but the impression that I get is that monsters appeared there, not that they were kept out and moved in. But who knows? Elliot, wah! Man, that appears to be the real monosword. Huh? What? It is supposed to be pulled out by a knight in times of great trouble. Problem is, you're too young. Something must have happened to the monosword. Here, it's yours. Sorry, but the sword is losing its power and must be re-energized. Only the person who pulled it free can do that. What should I do? Visit Sage Luca in the Water Palace. She's been protecting these lands for over 200 years. Listen to her advice. Here comes Timothy. Randy, the Elder wants you in his house. Well, I have to be off. Oh, my name is Gemma. I'll wait for you inside the Water Palace. So, what we learned from the previous game is that well, okay, so he's probably not actually named Gemma. He is a Gemma Knight. So, when the Mana Tree is destroyed, this is from the first game, women of the Mana Tribe become, like, they literally turn into a seed of the Mana Tree. And, you know, grow into the new Mana Tree. And the Gemma Knights... That seed, the sproutling, is called Gemma. So the Gemma Knights are like the males of the Mana Tribe, and they guard the Mana Tree. So, yeah. I mean, that's assuming it follows the same thing. What I noticed about the little blurb at the beginning where it says, you know, the Mana Fortress and the gods sent their beasts to attack... Legend of Mana talks about how the moon gods created mana beasts, which, like, lesser versions of those mana beasts are called flammies. We're gonna experience some of those later, but it seems like the lore stays consistent. Maybe not always, I don't know, but maybe. So, I'll wait for you inside the Water Palace. There's Manny. Alright, well, you know, I think I'm gonna stop here if I can. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get to the Water Palace or to the next save point. Does it tell me anywhere that I have a sword orb? I mean, we have the rusty sword. The 1-0, I think, is the experience. So 1 is the level and 0 is the experience. But I have 1 energy orb out of 2. Because it starts with 1. So, like, 2 is the max level, but it's only at 1, so you can only level it to level 1. Anyway. A little bit awkward that you have to totally go out before you can go back in, but... Right, like you cancel and just kicks you out of everything. That's fine though. Now we're a hero because we beat the Mantis Ant. All right, one night. No, we don't want to stay, but we do want to save. Randy Potos Village. Let's see, counter 1. So I assume that's the number of saves. We'll see next time. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. Really do appreciate it. Really hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. If it is not your first time, welcome back. Just if you're... Did I show you guys the background? I don't think I did. Yeah, let me show you guys. It's yeah, there we go. Bam. That's the background. It's one of the wallpapers. The mana tree with all the little birds flying to it. Bam. So there we go. This is Secret of Mana. I highly recommend it. It's one of the foundational RPGs, you know? And with the power of emulators, it's still possible to play on basically any computer. So do recommend it. Questions, comments, concerns, good, bad, or indifferent, let me hear them. I do read all of them, although I will say that BitChute, if you're watching this on BitChute, for whatever reason, it doesn't notify me when I get one. So unless I click on the video itself, I don't know. So if you leave a comment and I don't give you a response, I mean, I'm sorry. I just don't know. If you leave it on YouTube, YouTube's been lately deleting comments. I don't know why. They just are. But if you do leave a video or leave a comment, and I see it, I will read it, and I will try and respond to everybody. So yeah, don't get discouraged. It's probably either because it got deleted or I just didn't see it, and I'm sorry about that. One thing that I do like to do at the end of every video is a unique positive moment. So it's supposed to, I mean, if you're following the formula, right, it's supposed to be 3 unique positive moments, and you're supposed to write them down before you go to bed. But here on the channel, we only do 1. The whole point is that it's supposed to be a unique thing to that day. Like, so you could say, yeah, I had a really good cup of coffee, or this beer that I'm drinking is really good. But that's basically the only time you can use it. You have to search to find them, and that's the point, is that it trains your brain to seek out the positive. That way it kind of reframes your perspective into being more neutral, because everything, all the news, everything is just so negative. That said, what is your guys' unique positive moment for today? Yeesh. Excuse me. For me, it's the fact that I bought some beer that I wasn't super happy with, and I finally finished it. So I'm able to go on to like this IPA, which is really good. But that's my unique positive moment. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can be very simple, very easy stuff. But that's mine. Hopefully your guys are just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. And I hope to see you guys next time. Till then, guys, take care.